T Green Man in the house. What's going down, YouTube? All right. So, this is going to be an update as well as a message. So, the update is I had to go to the emergency room on Friday night. I actually went like Saturday morning, 3 a.m. I was there for about 6 hours. It's like living in a nightmare. I couldn't breathe in the top of my head. The abscess inflamed. Basically, I thought I had COVID. Luckily, I didn't. And they put me on some more antibiotics. And the doctor was just amazed that the surgeon had backed out of the surgery last Thursday. So, it was pretty intense. So, got to take better care of myself and really not wait to the last minute, because I probably could have gotten the antibiotics if I wouldn't have been so down at the surgeons. Because I was just so like hit in the face when he told me he didn't want to do it that I just didn't really think anything else. Everything kind of compressed, and I just couldn't think straight. So it took me going to the emergency room. But at least now in the future, I'm going to make sure every time in between each of those kinds of things that I take care of what is necessary rather than letting things linger on the outside. So that's the update portion. So most people don't want to, just want that update part, probably want to tune in after this. This is more, I'll say subliminal, but it can pertain to society in general, but it also pertains to two sides that I'm watching. And it's like watching two fires just throw stuff back and forth, and the fires just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's interesting. So I see a lot of people in society. They think they have the answer and they want to tell people what to do, or B, think they can judge other people who have the answer, or C, all of the above. Like, we tend to just think we are better than people, especially when they rub us in a way that we don't enjoy. We don't want to be uncomfortable in something we believe. If there's something we have inside of us that we believe, and that's what cognitive dissonance is, if you look up the definition. But usually all the things that follow cognitive dissonance are invalidated arguments of usually just, at that point, usually they're just going to start throwing insults, and then they're going to attach insults to things they call facts, which sometimes may be facts, or sometimes maybe opinions, or sometimes maybe both. There's a lot of ways that things are registered in each person. That's another thing. Like, I laugh at humanity because all of us on all sides tend to think that we are fighting for something to better off humanity and to collectively cause unity. But usually this plan involves villainizing somebody, or giving power to somebody, or following guidelines. It's never about empowering each individual. And that's why I don't think there's ever really been too many, successful movements in life, because usually when someone does kind of encourage people, they get killed. Look at the most peaceful people who are in existence. They were killed. And, some people who had made decisions that could have helped those things were also killed. I'm not going to go through all this stuff. I try not to follow this whole political thing and get attached, because I've realized the true nature of existence is A, not attaching yourself to this existence too much, but B, trying to be the best version of yourself in this existence. Meaning, you have to go to the things that make you the most uncomfortable and learn how to transform those things to A, better them, but also better yourself, because there's always a two-way street. A lot of people think there's only a one-way street in a lot of ways. So it's like, well, you just need to do this and everybody will be fine. The other person has another thing. Nobody ever compromises. It's like the word compromise was thrown out the window and everybody forgot that it existed, that there's many different ways that you can solve every issue, you know? And that's why I don't really believe in too much with just reading things. A lot of people just read stuff and they just get this stuff in their mind and they think that, okay, well, now that I know this, now I can combat other people who may actually have actual experience in it. But because we read something, we feel like we have the same level of understanding. But what we don't understand is without actually taking action and understanding it, we have no wisdom. Wisdom is like something I always kind of talk about. You'll hear if you go back in a lot of my videos, wisdom is the most important thing you can have. And if you don't have knowledge in how to, like, for instance, talk to girls, then you don't have wisdom in talking to girls. You don't know because you don't have wisdom. So you have to learn. And if you don't have wisdom, you can't question that you know the things. Just like if you don't have, a lot of things about cooking in the kitchen, or you don't have a lot of things about a lot of things, you don't have wisdom. Wisdom is like a case-by-case scenario. It's like making, pertaining to cooking. It's like making a cake, and a special type of cake, right? And you don't have all the normal ingredients that are on the list because you're looking at it. But if you have wisdom, then you've run into things like that, and you already know through wisdom that you can use this and it'll do the same thing. So you're wise. You know beyond what's normal. That's what wisdom is compared to just knowing intellect. Because you can read a lot of stuff, but that's why reading stuff means nothing until you actually put it into actual use. You can read as many books and you can watch as many things as you want, but until you actually apply it in your life and show proof, then it doesn't really matter. Even if it's shown that that's what happens, it doesn't matter until it's actually shown proof. And that's where a lot of people forget. A lot of people think they have an idea, but they have no proof the idea actually works. They only have theory a lot of the times, or small pieces of the actual, what they call it. But that's because there is no actual key. The only key to reality I see is encouraging each individual, making everybody right, finding out what everybody has on the inside and bringing that out of them. Instead of working on how to bring everyone together, there's no way to bring everyone together that way, because bringing everyone together requires telling people what to do. People do not like to be told what to do. And we have to understand that. None of us like to be told what to do. That's why we all want power. We want power because we want to tell other people what to do. We want power because, it's all a game. Because we've made it a game. It doesn't have to be a game. It's only a game because we make it a game. Every time we create these little rules, or we read something that's to our thing, you can make reality the way you want reality to be. You can also ruin your reality by living in a reality that's not for you. But we are the ones who are in control of the reality we live in. It's just up to us to understand that, and to really go inside of ourselves, to really ask ourselves what's going to make us happy, being the best version of ourselves, rather than what's going to, hurt other people, or what's going to affect other people, or how can I get this? It's like we can't play this rabbit hole game. And that's why I say you can't become attached to this existence, because in the end of the day, you only have yourself when you die. When you die, you only have you and the energy that lives inside of you. You know all the things you've done throughout your entire life. You know all that. So really all the other people around you don't really matter. It doesn't matter how you appease to everybody. Usually if somebody really cared about you, even if you've done something really bad to them, they're still going to feel bad when you die. So it doesn't really matter if you appease them. They're still going to feel bad about it when you die. It's the way life is. But, the really wise people show appreciation for living. And they learn to appreciate every moment they're alive. And that's the gift. It's not about training people and getting people to do all these things and, finding the right path. And it's about bringing out the beauty in each person. That's the key. We're all living gods in a sense. We all can create. We all have the power to show love and compassion and help. We have the power to see other animals that are hurt and help them and know how to fix them. We were given a gift beyond any gift, And for some reason, we all want to be the top one of the gift, but we don't realize we all have the same gift. So none of us are above any of us. We're all the same. And until we understand that we're all the same and that we all have the same abilities in different ways, then we can encourage each other to become the best versions of ourselves. And that's the true nature of existence, at least in my opinion. So have a good day.